在座的各位上师、教授师、法师同门善信大德，以及网络直播线上的各级弘法人员，大家午安，大家好，阿弥陀佛！欢迎大家再次来参加书墨传世间读书会。今天呢，我们的读书会邀请到新加坡的莲来上师。
Today we welcome the Vajra Master Lian from Singapore to give you teaching 228. And the past life of the Dharma King. And today we do present the utmost respect offering. We show utmost respect to Master Lian, Lian Master. Right now, everybody listen to his Dharma talk. Together, we sincerely pay homage to Root Guru, Living Buddha and Son, the lineage Buddha. Today, principal deity removing obstacles, Bodhisattva. Homage to the three treasures in the shrine. Homage to our Guru, Living Buddha Nation. And also the removal obstacles, Bodhisattva. Please give us blessing so we will be able to speak and spread the great treasure of the Dharma to everyone. May everything to be auspicious today. Master's reference. And Jennifer Zhao, the president of the Boye. I'm really grateful that they invite me today for this Dharma talk in this book reading club. This chapter on this book, it's very easy to understand. If you understand Chinese, when you read it, it's very smooth reading. But there's a lot of the spiritual experience of the reincarnation. But a lot of us easily miss the depth of this book, just reading just the cover page. What is Dharma King? What is the reincarnation? A Dharma King means attain the most complete, profound achievement. The merit of the Dharma King achievement, his spiritual power. We have no idea about his past lives, how his achievement of the past and how it's related. And Grandmaster, it's a live Buddha in person, give us the understanding of the reincarnations to give us teaching, to explain us. And the reincarnations of a Buddha, it's real, it's a truth. So reading this book, before I go into this book, I always give you an intro. And I let you guys think about it. But this time I'm going to do reverse role. I'm going to give you an answer first. The Dharma King, it starts from just a regular human being. You have no idea of the pasts, how they were. It's very much like just a regular layman, how our lifestyle, our life is. Just to let you know, that how everyone that reborn and reincarnated, how we achieve the Buddhahood. And right now we're gonna show you in this book that how the living Buddha, his past life, how in this life, how interacted. And also note that how you will be in the future reincarnated as the Buddha King. In this book, it explained to you and it shown you that many lifetimes of Grandmaster was a great Dharma King, a living Buddha, and also he has a role as just a regular sentient beings. And then in books, it show three roles. When it's just a cultivator, when it's just a regular person, and one is like a cultivator, and it's like the emperor. Emperor doesn't mean you have to be a king. It could be someone that has power, great influence, or just a regular layman, like most people. You think I don't think I'm ever a Dharma King. But before you make a decision, determination, who you are and what you were, let's listen to the Dharma talk, and let's listen and let's see Grandmaster's the content in this book. That's most important. It doesn't matter what role that he was in. It's a cultivator or a king or just a regular person. But the three things that they have a right thought. And they gotta have the bodhicitta, they have to carry bodhicitta. And because I do not have enough time, so I give a very simple file. I'll let you see. One is a supernatural power. What is it? The Dharma King, of his past life, what you know. When a person who's born have a special power already, the ability, a special ability that no one has it. In fact, Grandmaster supernatural power doesn't come overnight. But in his book, what I listed, all the chapter, I would not be able to very detailedly tell you too much, but in 4 chapters I can show you. In this book, to remove a big steel nail. It's a big nail. He was just a regular layman. And he passed by the temple and see the Golden Mother stepping on this nail. And then this must be really painful. So he removed the nail of Golden Mother. And then because of this divinity, knowing that, to have this nail on the foot, for sure it will be very painful, and then this will cause pain and bleeding. So as a result for this kind deed of his action, from his kindness, although this is not something real, but because from the very kind intention, Golden Mother say in the future I will help this person to open up the third eye, and Grandmaster be able to see a real dragon. Grandmaster has this mantra, be able to advocate a dragon. And when Grandmaster in one life is just a regular a layman, he just accidentally pick up this special nectar, the nectar pill. And in fact, you picked up this my precious nectar has no benefit to you. Why you return to me? But in turn, I will teach you a sacred mantra that will help you. Doesn't matter that how precious the nectar is, a nectar pill. And in fact, it doesn't matter. But because when you pass away, you cannot take it with you, this precious nectar pill. But when you pass, what will follow you is your karmic deed. And it was many past life ago, but now this karmic deed is matured on this life. Grandmaster is transmitting the Dharma King practice. Grandmaster has really auspicious that's spiritual power, and this spiritual power is not harvested in this lifetime. It's from many lifetimes. And Grandmaster kind of confused and a lot of question. Why am I able to talk to my principal deity? How come I can see so much? But I tell you, this is because of the past life. Many reasons. And so if you cannot see and if you have not power, so do not earning for it. It should become naturally. You gotta know what role do you play in this life. Because in Grandmaster, not every life, he play a role as a cultivator, play a role as a successor, not play a role. And in fact, one role, he made mistake to just a regular layman, because of the influence of the circumstance. He made mistake. You know, you make mistake, the cost of reincarnation, but you know, even personality will cause you to get into the reincarnation wheel too. And then then Grandmaster one time picked up a lot of the waste food from a very rich householder. And this rich man has so much. Wastes so much food, and it just throw into the water. And then Grandmaster, when he saw it, he picked up all the scrap inside the water in the ditch, and then he funneled it, and then he used all this food to give it to the villager. And because there was a disaster happen. Then I tell you something, and because of that affinity, Grandmaster born with a lot of richness in this life. To let you know, you have no idea that in everyone, maybe in your past life, you also have done something great. So often we underestimated yourself, who you are, because this life because you may be just a regular layman, but doesn't mean that you have not done something great, that you are deeply rooted as an important person at one lifetime or in this lifetime. Grandmasters one life. Remember, because there's in the past one time this really big harm happened. And because one time Grandmaster made a mistake one lifetime, listened to a person, and then spread the great contagious virus spread out. So lot of because of that affinity, a lot of people get hurt from he let go of the contagious disease. So as a result, a lot of his retinue get hurt. But look at this life, Grandmaster also very soft-hearted, knowing somebody is easily believe other people, and Grandmaster is very forgiving. Even though they're in the wrong, give them a chance to change. Look at myself. My mom is very kindness, and then maybe my mom have seen a lot of. Maybe in my past life, I have seen a lot of big events, or not a lot of different things. And there's a person that in the one article, the one of this person that know how to let the water be able. There's how instead of building a dam, they let the water flow to different places so everybody be able to have water sources. In fact, what you develop in this lifetime, see, if you have a good personality, you have good merit from the past, it will carry into this life. And in fact, maybe this lifetime you're not Dharma King, but you never know when it matures. It mentioned a Grandmaster is willing to let go of its wealth. One lifetime, he's so rich, richer than the emperor in his lifetime. Then in fact, when he let go of all his wealth to practice Dharma King, really like Grandmaster. Because that means in past life, Grandmaster already looked at money as a very minute thing. He let go of all his wealth and want to learn Buddhism. And look at very similar. So next is same thing. Everything that you do will help you in the future. You accumulate your merit and for next life, advance in your spiritual practice. Look at Grandmaster. Also have a most respect with Adisya. In fact, you might not know how to honor the guru, but Grandmaster in this book mentioned one life he'd make mistake to not make a mistake, did not honor his guru 100%. But the thing is, you do your homework differently, just like in this, you see that all this affinity from the past, as a result of your future, in fact, what you have done in the past, like whatever you harvest, it will carry on as a legacy. And this also in this book, Grandmaster see this family in the past, and then really have a lot of great merit, and then put the ashes into a very good piece of properly, and because of this, as a result, one of the descent becomes one of the great saints, which is a Tenzin. It's a Holy Mother. And one life Grandmaster was a Biwa Ba. He has, in fact, every life as Grandmasters are reincarnate. And look at this life. He carry on with that divinity. Just let you know that regular people is different, but as someone that have achievement, it would not be whatever he accumulated, it will carry on. Some people say money, you cannot take it with you, but whatever you cultivate, whatever you've done in the past, a good merit will carry on. What about the High King Sutra? Grandmaster One Life have taught sentient being about the High King Sutra. Look, right in this lifetime, Grandmaster also teach the High King Sutra to the disciple in this lifetime. Look at Grandmaster's his wisdom. Grandmasters is very humble. Grandmaster often say, this is Sand Master, that Sand Master said this and saying this. But all these Sand Masters are enlightened beings. But Grandmaster in his Dharma teaching say, if me, this is how I explain it. Whatever Grandmaster say, when Grandmaster talk about anything related to enlightenment, verse and wisdom, and in fact, it shook the heaven and earth. But all his knowledge, all his wisdom, it's all accumulated from the past. It's not this lifetime. He enlightened many lifetime ago, and born with all this enlightened wisdom. One lifetime, Grandma is born as a ghost, but he was enlightened being. Or he can born as a saint and gives Dharma talk, and he let you know what this whole universe, the truth of the whole universe about. And let you know that what is reincarnation. This is only give you some reference. Grandmaster also give an example two chapters in the same time. He has have many transformation, different role. Like he reincarnated two bodies. I should not say reincarnation. One, he transformed in an elderly, illiterate. She cannot read, and all she chants Amitabha. So don't think that if you don't understand, you're illiterate, all you know is Amitabha. You don't know. Maybe you are Amitabha in your past life, because this elderly, this old lady panicked because think that I have not enough time to be able to chant Amitabha. So Grandmaster transformed himself into an old monk, then give him a whole bucket of rice grain, and say each time you chant, you take Namo 36 trillion Amitabha, 500 Amitabha each grain. So because he taught him this, so every time he changed it a few, and then he can finish the whole bucket of grain rice already, because Grandmaster taught this elder lady how to chant the name properly, or the way that to fulfill her wish. And people don't understand how come Amitabha can transform into Manchushri Bodhisattva. Because most of us have this self-concept. A lot of people think that I cannot transform into you, but Buddha have a different thinking. They can join or they can transform. If you can attain certain level of achievement, you understand one is multitude and multitude is one. So at one time, there's three transmissions of Manchushri. One is Sijun, one is himself, one is Tsongkhapa, one is Lama, Lama Bama. And three of the three entities are transformations of Manchushri Pusa. And Manchushri Pusa teaches another Manchushri Bodhisattva. This is really, this is very auspicious and it's hard to understand, very mystical. Sometimes we teach others, actually we're teaching ourselves. I just wonder about my time and checking, otherwise I need to go to the back of the paragraph. Grandmaster also play another role. He gives teachings to a saint or emperor. The most important thing, you try to find out the essence of the essence. Grandmaster have in your cultivation, you attain certain type of level of achievement, but Grandmaster in this lifetime will even uprising in this achievement of his past achievement. Not that in past life he have a very high achievement, also his knowledge. And in one time, he knows how to shoot an arrow, and in fact he put a water on his arm, and then when he shoot the arrow, will hit the bullseye of the target. And because he can do this so well, he thought, "Oh, I am so he's really happy with the achievement." But the master say, "Oh, this is nothing. Someone even have a higher achievement. So this, okay, I don't believe anyone can attain the same level of my skill." So when this mountain, and he stand in front of the top, and in fact he pulled the bow, and then it's very dangerous, this cliff, right? And he can stand and this in any position casually and hold the bow and shoot and hit the target. And so this great master asked Grandmaster in his past life, "Can you do this?" But he couldn't, because the environment influenced him. Now another story. Now would you be able to let the environment control you, especially when someone defaming you, give you a lot of negative energy? Can you still remain still? So this is what cultivation's about. When I ask you, are you diligent in your practice? How would you do the comparison? How would you know how? You got to go through tests. So when the tests come, everybody go, "Oh, help me!" Go, they crying for help. And in fact, you ask for in fact, when people very diligent, you ask for diligent. But people should have asked for, how do I handle an obstacle? How you be able to handle test? So Grandmaster asked, have you prepared yourself when you're diligent in practice? I have technical problem here. Sorry, there's a technical problem here. And in fact, the Amitabha be able to different transmissions, and then I cannot see what happened in a past life. He cannot see exactly what's going on of his past life, but this life, Grandmaster be able to see what happened, everything that happened. He be able to see his past, how it related to this lifetime. Grandmaster, if you cannot right now, if you cannot learn something in this lifetime that this about this Dharma, you think you're dumb. But don't think that. Don't think that way. It just maybe this is not your homework. Maybe you, and in fact, you have different lesson. Because this lifetime you have different homework, so you don't know what you're assigned. Just like the elderly, the elderly is illiterate. She can read, but all she wants to chant Amitabha. And yet this old monk have to learn the Dharma. So it's really, really, you cannot say, monk, they learn Dharma, and this elderly is illiterate, she only chant Amitabha. But in fact, this person is also a transformation of Amitabha. So you never know what role you should play. In this chapter, in this book, it mentioned a lot of good deed, but also mentioned something not good. When Grandmaster Chesong Emperor, in fact, he forced the Guru to leave the own country, and because he think that Grandmasters think that at that time his Guru is not the Chesong Dewang. Chesong think that it's Guru, it's not teaching the right Dharma. And then in this book also mentioned when he was the Dabai country, he was starved to death. Because he was a king, Grandmaster was an emperor, and in fact, in this lifetime, he was emperor. He gave a wrong judgment to the great general, and he put this great general into prison for 19 years. That's why this year, Grandmaster was being punished for 19 years in this lifetime. But he learned a lot. He learned to be strong. If you're being bossy and then what happened? But he become very strong. He had patience for parents. He become very stern. He become selfless. And if you doubt your Guru, this karma is so big that you would never be able to learn tantric dharma. How come this lifetime he can become? How come he can be a Dharma king this lifetime? For now, because a lot of time you think that you doing this is for the best, for the interest of other people. Sometimes you make mistakes without knowing. But what you have to worry about? What was the important thing Do you have bodhicitta heart, and do you want to be liberated from just a regular layman? If you have good thinking and right thought, everything will arrange for you properly. Past life, done something really bad. Maybe I will go into prison for 10 years. In fact, I have this experience because because I have made a vow. I have bodhicitta heart, and I also have kindness. Then what happened? Yes, I worked in the prison. Instead of me being prisoner, I become the prisoner governor. So I have wage, and I may able to have a good time in the prison because I have a different role. Maybe if you there's something wrong, you fall into hell realm. But because I have bodhicitta, plus I want to liberate myself to be able to free from reincarnation. So as a result, I reincarnate as a Yama king. Then I able to carry my responsibility on. But do you understand what I'm saying? We cannot control what is kindness, what is bad or evilness. But if whatever you done, you got to make a vow to bodhicitta. You got to make the vow that you want to liberate from the reincarnation. You want to attain true liberation. But I tell you, although it's everything a best arrangement in your life, maybe the feeling may not be good. Doesn't matter good or not, but absolutely it's a best arrangement. It's the most fair to accompany your karmic retribution. Maybe how you feel right now is not good, but for sure it's very fair. So what I'm trying to tell you, do not have bad feelings upon it and laying blame on anyone or anything. So you got to understand karma. Next week, between 1:30 and 2:10, we have Master Lian-Yuan in the book reading program 274, and the kindly reminder. Thank you for participating, and we hope to see you next week. You join us next week.